Thirsty?
Yeah.
What mode do you play when you play
Career.
2K?
Career. I love it. My team, not a lot, but more my career guy. Obviously 2K, I love it. I love to play 2K. More on YouTube these days.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Berg here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White is out there with lights out. Then it's Rob Williams. Then there's Ayton. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And for New York, Randall will step in at the 4 with Robinson as the center. Jalen Brunson out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done. And I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Now here's White. Passes it to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, how about the body control from DeMar DeRozan? Just an outstanding score despite the hit.
Randall surveying the D. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Knicks lead 3-2.
Here's lights out. Defended by DiVincenzo. DeRozan against Anunoby. The kick out to Williams. From past the arc. Drills it from outside.
The Rico come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Randall, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, Doris, something to admire about Julius Randle is the joy, the pure joy he takes in this game.
Well, joy obviously comes when we're successful at something. And Julius Randle has become consistently successful at NBA basketball. He's worked hard to make that perimeter game as dangerous as his dribble drive game. And that kind of balance leads to great success. Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Now, here's DeRozan. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's lights out, and that one is stuffed right through.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to lights out. And the layup is good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Knicks on offense, trailing by 2, coming off that win against Minnesota.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
And I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
And here are the Bulls now. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. White against Brunson. Over to the wing. Here's lights out. Offline with his 3. The Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Anunoby in the corner. Shoots over White. And too long on the shot.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
The tremendous scoring on the move, right? Not to take anything away from that spot-up mid-range game, but DeRozan just dynamite getting to the cup.
Now here's Brunson. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. Now here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely, and there's the call on DeAndre. That's his first foul. Here is Robinson. 9 points last game out. It's up a 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Outside, White. Pass to Lights out. Anunoby against DeRozan. There's the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or two should get them where they want to go.
Randle no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. On that one, they were there. And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
The shot's good from Brunson.
Yeah, we talk about having a high shot IQ. Jalen Brunson, just 4 shots. You want to concede the mid-range jumper, he's more than content to take it.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 7. Out to White for the 3. The shot, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Brunson, the bounce pass. Robinson against Ayton. Here's Anunoby. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And you look at the evolution of Anunoby's game, Doris, he's much more than a 3-and-D.
You know, Kevin, here's a young man who does a little bit of everything. He can score and defend in a variety of ways, cross-positional defensively between 1 and 4, and an offensive game that continues to grow. He can get out and put pressure on in transition. Little bit of a streaky shooter, but there's so much to like.
And the second free throw, good. At this stage of the year, Greg, underperforming teams start to get nervous, especially teams with playoff expectations.
And Kevin, we're approaching the second half of the season, right? And you don't want to be on the outside of the playoff picture after that. It's put up or shut up time for a few teams.
2 points. That one goes. White's got his second bucket tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Brunson surveying the D. Now DiVincenzo. Last game we saw him score 13. On the wing, DeRozan. He's guarded by Anunoby. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
Here's Lights out. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. White finds DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Let's go. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Robinson. And Chicago also making a switch. Vucevic is checked in. Knicks trail by 8. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And the Knicks miss again. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's lights out. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. White against DiVincenzo. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Milwaukee. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 9. The three-pointer is right on target.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Randall. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Brunson. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
Julius Randall can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
Williams passes to lights out. Now here's Vucevic. Randall grabs the board.
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down. Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Bulls lead 23.
White against Brunson. Out to DeRozan, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's see some of the numbers here for Mitchell Robinson. And Randall has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. 6-point game. And here is DiVincenzo. He has 5. Here's lights out. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Here's McBride. There's the triple. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Lights out misses.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Achua with it. Wide on. Achua, no good. Chicago leading by 6. Here's lights out. Oh!
My goodness. Well, DeMar DeRozan finding his teammate with an on-time, on-target pass.
Randall kicks to Brunson. Here's McBride. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Chicago.
And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squads this month. 4th, the Bulls.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's got 9. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
Well, we talk about the offensive prowess of DeMar DeRozan. Clever use of the up fake and gets it to draw the foul. Nicely done.
And the Knicks making a change here. Hart's checked in. Then for the Bulls, Williams comes in for Robert Williams. And it's Lonzo Ball in for White.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's McBride.
2 minutes.
Outside Bogdanovich.
2 minutes.
The three-pointers off the mark. The Bulls leading by 10. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Ball. Launches it from deep. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. Good work there as it goes. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Brunson, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Bulls lead.
Chicago has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Ball, the pass to Lights Out. Fade away. It's rebounded by New York. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Stripped away. Out in his own on the break. It's hauled in by Achua.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The dunk by Achua.
Oh, that's a major lead program.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Knicks ball. Coming onto the floor for the Bulls, Alex Caruso.
So it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
OG Anunoby is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. They're the group New York will start the second.
32.
Wow, love the power and the strength of Bogdanovich on that strong finish.
Caruso, the pass to Vucevic. Robinson with the block. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. New York City remains a basketball mecca. NYC legend and former Knick Mark Jackson always talks up the basketball environment. He says, coming up in New York, it's all about the grit, the grind, the edge, the competitiveness, the swag, the confidence, the struggle, and the embracing of the bright lights. Kevin?
Well, it's all there, and it is the biggest stage for sure. David, thanks. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
First personal foul.
A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Saturday, they're off to Washington to take on the Wizards.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
Julius Randle's checked in for Bogdanovich. GA, we've seen it over the last couple years. The center position has come back into vogue.
And Kevin, we were seeing teams go small, lots of fours, even traditional threes play the five. But with MVP level seasons from guys like Jokic and Embiid, the center isn't quite extinct yet. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Williams. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
First personal foul.
And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You look at Chicago. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Knicks, 10 games behind.
And I think for the Knicks, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Andre Ayton's checked in for the Bull. On the wing, DiVincenzo. 5 points in the game. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Hands it from downtown. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic. It is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's lights out. The pass to Vucevic. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. So comfortable this close to the cup.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. They get it back. Randle, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
That one on 8.
13.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
That free throw good from Randle. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. DeRozan comes in for Alex Caruso. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brunson against Ball. Passes it to lights out. Clock at 6. Back to Ball. Over Brunson. Here's Ayton over Robinson. And that one's good. Ayton. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Boy, you think about DeAndre Ayton. It's his size that comes to mind, and he understands how to utilize that to score.
Randle finds Brunson. And that one drops for him. Brunson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lights out, passes to Ayton. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knocked loose. Here's the break. Kicks it to Ball. Outside Williams. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
one of the cheapest to check out stats for DiVincenzo. He's been having a nice year. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now here's White. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. He gets that one. 15 points for lights out.
Well, White has quickly developed great floor vision. Doesn't miss the wide open man.
New York takes timeout. Without question, lights out displaying his skills today.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Ayton.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
DeRozan against Anunoby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Brunson. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. First one falls for him.
Great scorers know how to knock in free throws. DeMar DeRozan, not the guy you want to foul.
He doesn't get the second one. Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Brunson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randle outside. Lights out. Grabs the miss. Lights out's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 14 points.
So determined is DeRozan as he has piled up a ton of points in this league.
Brunson the pass to Randle. Robinson left side. Pass to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. From downtown. That one, no good.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Well, we know they like having Brunson out there, Greg, a player they can run the entire offense through.
No doubt. And he can be trusted on to take the keys and just run things effectively. He keeps mistakes to a minimum, and he's a solid creator for his teammates.
Offensive rebound, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
This guy is such an intelligent basketball player who understands how to read defenses and make them react. Go to work, DeAndre Ayton.
And the first one at the line is good.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Now here's Randle. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Minnesota.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. You look at lights out, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Well, what he may give away in terms of size to some of the big men down low, no doubt he makes up for it with his agility and determination. That's what allows him to be such an outstanding rebounder.
You know, the strength he has is a factor as well. He is sneaky strong for an off guard, and seeing him outmuscle a bigger opponent for a rebound is becoming a common sight.
Thompson with it. He's got 12 over Williams. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
New York calls timeout. Kind of like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Making a change here. McBride's checked in.
Miles McBride.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 10. Randall no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it goes down 2 points. DeRozan's got 18 points in the game.
DeMar's basketball skill and his IQ make him such a dangerous, well-rounded scorer.
Williams against Randall. Shot to stop the run. It's all in by the Bulls. Lights out, got 8 rebounds in this game.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Now the pass to White. Here's lights out from deep. They get it back.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton so good at using his physical advantages.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Robinson passes to McBride. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
Now here's White. An 11-point game for him in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Here's McBride. A 12-point game. Good.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Bulls. Following this run, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. White looking around. Passes to lights out. Shot clock at 6. And White kicks to DeRozan. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. A different look for New York. Achua, he's checked in for Robinson. Bogdanovich comes in for Julius Randle. And Hart subbed in for OG Anunoby. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Bulls. Williams comes in for Williams. Now here's White. 8 points for him. Unloads from 13. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Andre Drummond has attacked the glass offensively as long as he's been in the league. Boy, those second chance points come quickly to this guy.
Here's McBride. He has 6. Pass to Bogdanovich. 3-pointer. Lights out grabs the miss. Lights out's got 9 rebounds now tonight. He kicks it to White. Pass to lights out. The three. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Outside Bogdanovich. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And let's take a look now at the stats for White. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Bulls making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. You know, Jalen Brunson, for the NBA at least, is small in stature, but his tremendous footwork enables him to operate inside and out. He says, I've tried to make my game for what I had as versatile as possible. I've got to be crafty. I'm not jumping out of the gym. I'm not racing down the floor in 2 seconds, but I'm going to keep you off balance. Kevin?
Oh, I love his game. David, I know you do as well. Hey, thank you. No one covered.
Kobe White.
White's got 11.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Drummond. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Kobe White. Now, here's Ball. Good on the bucket.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he lobs it up. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had 19 points in the win against Minnesota. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovich, simply stated, has become a knockdown three-point shooter.
Chicago calls timeout.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
From deep three-point territory. And that concludes the first half. It's Chicago up by 15. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Tibbs going against...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being the more aggressive team. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes get overlooked, but not tonight.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Well, We've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Bob Williams is out there with DeRozan. Then there's lights out, and it's White in at the point guard position. Brunson against White. And the pass to lights out. To the inside. Drops in the layup for two. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Knocks it loose. Here's Randall. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Williams.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
On the wing, DeRozan. He's defended by Randall. Clock at 6. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
Here's lights out. Defended by DiVincenzo. And Ayton throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Brunson finds DiVincenzo. "11 feet away. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's lights out. And he gets the bucket.
Number 3.
19 points for lights out.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Passes it to Anunoby. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Andre Drummond. Dave, what's the news?
Thanks, Kevin. I got some information from the Bulls' head athletic trainer. He's got an injury to his elbow, specifically his elbow joint, and it looks like it's a pinched nerve. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. The coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Knicks trail by 21. Now Brunson. 12 points for him. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's deflected.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Brunson against White. Here's lights out. 19 points in the game. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lights out, grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 21. Feeds it to DeRozan. Here's Williams, and he can't jam it through. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. And here's Brunson outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
55.
And here's White. He's got 11. Here's lights out. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Timeout Knicks.
Lights out's got 5 points now this quarter. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You look at lights out, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now, here is Robinson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. The Bulls leading by 21. From 11 feet away, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Brunson against White. Brunson the pass to DiVincenzo. He takes it in. Back to Robinson. DiVincenzo with it. 10 points for him. Here's lights out. Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Now here's Brunson. 15 points in the game. To halt the run, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
For the Knicks, Achua, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Bogdanovich comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Josh Hart in for OG Anunoby. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Williams comes in for Williams. Lights out checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Ball subbed in for Kobe White. Hart, that's good.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
68.
Chicago leading by 20. Caruso up top, defended by Hart. 13 feet away. Here's lights out. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Now, Hart, he averages a bit over 6 points a game. Goes up and lays it easy.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Williams. And good that time.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
The pass to Hart. Here's Achua. Vucevic defending. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. That one goes in. Bogdanovich has got 11 points.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Here's lights out. Defended by DiVincenzo. Pass to Williams. Ready by Bogdanovich.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And so it's Chicago out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
92.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the different look for New York. Randall comes in for Achua. And Anunoby subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Andre Ayton's checked in for Vucevic. Robert Williams comes in for Williams. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for Alex Caruso. And lights out subbed in for Javon Carter. Randall will step in at the 4 with Robinson as the center. Anunoby out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Robinson against Ayton. Can they get it? Robinson misses. The Bulls leading by 23. Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Robinson kicks to Anunoby. Williams with the block. And he recovers it. Floats one up. The offensive rebound. Brunson. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
That's what you call sticking with the play and converting. Jalen Brunson gets to the offensive window.
Ball dishes to DeRozan. Over Bogdanovich. The putback. And Ayton stays with it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Knicks with possession here. Brunson the pass to Randall. And the NBA, Doris, removing the limit on the number of Supermax contracts that one team can have. Why is that?
Well, I think some teams are on course to have 3 Supermax guys just the way their players are growing. And the league opted for more nuanced ways to discourage big payrolls.
And he comes up with the deuce. DeRozan's got 26.
Well, that basket's all about the handle of DeMar DeRozan. He's worked hard to be able to navigate space.
On the wing, Anunoby. Here's Robinson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
106-83.
Outside, Ball. And DeRozan kicks to Ball. Pass to Williams. Bogdanovich against DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. Here's lights out with the putback. And it's DeRozan with the extra effort. 28 points for him.
Well, DeMar DeRozan has a knack for putting the ball in the basket right there. Gets a rebound and puts it in.
Brunson against Ball. Bogdanovich wide open. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists in the game.
Bulls lead.
Ball dishes to Williams.
86.
Has to lights out. The 3. Nailed from three-point land.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
There's the pass to Anunoby. And he banks in the lane.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Ball, the pass to DeRozan. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Passes it to Randall. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the lane.
90.
Here's lights out. Pass the ball. And GA starting next season, some big repeat penalties for teams well over the cap. That draft pick penalty is especially tough.
Yeah, I mean, if a team is over that $17.5 million mark twice in a 4-year span, their first-round draft pick falls to the end of the first round. That'll sting.
Robinson down low.
Chicago foul.
He's covered by 8. And there's the call on DeAndre.
Personal foul.
That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Bulls, he's checked in for the Knicks. Chicago also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And lights out subbed in for Kobe White. 5 on the clock. Sinks the triple.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Knicks have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14.
Well, there's a certain edge that Julius Randle plays with that allows him to draw contact.
Second team.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing.
Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Anunoby. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Anunoby's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, how do you match up with OG Anunoby's length and athleticism? This guy is going to be able to get shots off because of both of those.
And there's the pass to lights out. Back to Vucevic. Kicks to Williams. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Anunoby. Tries again. And that one's good. Ayton's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, that's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
Passes to Hart. Golden State has been the team of the last decade. But if you had to make a prediction, Doris, which team do you envision as the next dynasty?
Oh, Kev, sustained success like that of Golden State is truly rare. That is a tough one. But if you're going to put pressure on me to pick one, I'd say Boston because of their star talent, their depth, and the front office leadership.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Anunoby against Williams. Pass to lights out. Wide open. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The dunk by Achua.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's lights out. Defended by Hart. Here's Ayton. And the Bulls with another miss.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Here's Bogdanovich. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for lights out.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
That one good for 2.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And here is Achua. Pass to Anunoby. Over Williams. Anunoby, good.
This is where OG Anunoby is going to grow. That offensive game will expand to the mid-range.
And And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what, Sean? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.